Yeah, just patch it in. They'll just be late over there. That's all. Welcome, 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 everybody, to the newest, greatest, freshest, most current episode of Wealth for Generations. We've got an exciting one for you today, as we always do. You know how we do over here. Um, but yes, we are running a little behind. Sorry. And with that being said, we're gonna have to push through a little bit as well. Um, click it and see if it'll pop up. Just click in like you're gonna enter it. Yeah, Elijah for hire. Yep, right there. Um, so yeah, without any further ado, let's get into some introductions. Right here in front of me, we got the reigning champ, the engineer of all engineers. We got Mr. James Marrero. How's it going? How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, as always.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for being here, sir. I appreciate you being able to hold it down on the ones and twos, or just the one today.
Yeah, the
One
one,
and a half, technically.
one and a half.
You
Hey,
guys,
we'll see that later.
yeah, you'll
Oh,
get it. You'll get it later. Yeah, one and a half, technically. But first and foremost, let me announce that y'all, whoever's watching and whoever chimes in now, y'all need to pay attention for the rest of the month. If you don't know, go to my social media and figure it out, or stay tuned and keep your ear open. Spread your toes wide so you can hear me good, because I'm trying to give y'all some stuff. But let's get into the show. We got the first segment of the show, which is one of my favorite. Or actually, I'm sorry. Before we get into the show, sorry. Today we're gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm still um, I'm still in a meeting. I'm still in the huddle about what we're going to be doing for Asking the Masses. So we don't have an Asking the Masses today. We are giving it up today. Mad respect to the Afro-Indigenous people today. If you are, I don't know, like living under a rock and never heard of United States culture, you might not know this is Black History Month. So last episode, we gave a shout out to our Afro-Latino people out there. And this week, we're giving a shout out and much respect to our Afro-Indigenous people. So I just like to be the one, to throw a little curveball here and there. We all learned about the Martin Luther King. We all learned about Malcolm X. There's the Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman. There's those people that we always and everybody learns about. I like to be the one to give you guys the rare gems. Okay, so I hit y'all last week with the Afro Latino. Today we have Afro Indigenous love. Okay, and that's what this whole episode is all about, Afro-Indigenous love. So we're going to get into the first segment today. The first segment is called Health is Wealth. And you guys know, just as well as I know, if you've been rocking with me, the Health is Wealth segment is brought to you by Jessica and just we're going to try that one more time because it's supposed to go smoothly. The Health is Wealth segment is brought to you by Jessica Marrero and Christina Rose of Elevated Souls. They say that we are here to elevate your soul. You can reach them at 480-269-2649, or you can follow them on the IG, which is what I recommend, so you can see all the fancy new handmade jewelry that's popping up. You can follow them and see where they're going to be, keep updated on specials and all that jazz, what kind of juices they got in season, all that. But if you want to do that, you want to find them on IG, you can find them at ELIVE, the number 8_SOULS. Hey, what's up, Crystal? I'm doing fine. How are you? Crystal is that? I know a lot of crystals. Um, let's see. So, what do they have for us today? The power of indigenous and African medicine. You already know. Over here, we're talking about health and wealth. Today, we're digging into a history lesson that's not just about survival, but about how indigenous and African medical knowledge literally saved lives and shaped modern science. And yet, folks like Ona, oh man, I practiced this before we left too. Onesimus, think I said it right. I can't remember. Gosh darn it. I tried to practice too. Amasiris is what I'm going to go with. Onesimus. Onesimus barely got a footnote in history books. Let's change that right now. Like I said, I like to bring y'all the rare gems. What am I doing? I'm doing the show. I'm doing the podcast.
Get it together, Connor.
But anyways, is that somebody you actually know?
No.
Or you just said it so confidently and so comfortably.
Yeah.
So Onesimus, sorry so much because I'm probably gonna have to say his name again, and I'm probably gonna murder it again. But this guy, the enslaved man who changed Western medicine. In the early 1700s, this man was an enslaved African in Boston, introduced to the concept of variolation, an early form of smallpox vaccination. His knowledge came from African indigenous medicine, where communities had been using this technique for generations. Cotton Mather, a Puritan minister, took credit for the discovery, and for centuries, Onesimus's contribution was erased. Imagine having the cure for a deadly disease, but instead of being celebrated, you're left out of history completely. That's what happened to Onesimus.
Yeah.
So, remind me, James, when you have grandkids and they're about 15, 16 years old, I'm going to ask them if they know who Dr. Sebi is. But that's a time. That's a discussion for another time.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, yes. So, indigenous medicine, the original health system. While African indigenous medicine was already advanced, Native American medicine was equally influential. Indigenous healers used plant medicine remedies, sweat lodges, and spiritual practices that are now recognized in modern holistic medicines. The Cherokee, Apache, and Navajo used herbs like white willow bark, which inspired aspirin, and echinacea for immune support, centuries before pharmaceutical companies caught on. You want to know what's kind of cool, peoples out there? So in our house, we had a little bug floating around. And James, what was it that I told you and your sister you should probably take?
Spirulina and vitamin C.
And what was the other one with the E?
Oh, I don't really remember. What was
I
it?
told him to take spirulina,
Mm,
vitamin C, and echinacea
echinacea.
for your immune support. So even to this day, echinacea is out there. Look into it. Do your due diligence. Before we had CVS and Walgreens, indigenous communities were running the original pharmacy. Erase contributions. Why we don't learn this in school? Unlike math or science, U.S. history doesn't have a standardized curriculum. That means some students learn the truth while others barely hear about slavery at all. Many history books gloss over how enslaved Africans and indigenous people shaped medicine, agriculture, and science. A study by the Southern Poverty Law Center found that more than 50% of history teachers say their textbooks don't properly cover slavery's impact. They don't want us to know that African and indigenous knowledge didn't just exist, it thrived, innovated, and saved lives.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I grew up and I thought that white people invented fucking vaccines because they were like, oh, during the smallpox outbreak, this genius man, he cut open the smallpox and put it into the cut, and then he solved smallpox.
Mhm.
Like now I know.
Yep, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to shed some light on the things that get dim flickerings, you know. So what does this mean for health today? What does this mean? What this man has done? Traditional medicine is still powerful. 80% of people globally use indigenous healing practices. 80%. So next time you're giving stuff to your holistic friend, think about that. Think about that. Modern medicine is finally catching up, with more people embracing plant based remedies, holistic healing, and alternative medicine. From acupuncture to herbal teas to meditation, a lot of today's trendy health practices have roots in indigenous and African traditions. So, next time you sip that ginger tea, burn some sage, or pop a turmeric pill, just know our ancestors were on the same game way before it hit Whole Foods. And I guarantee you, you can go up in my house right now. You can find some fresh ginger. Well, actually, it might be a little. We need some more. It's a little nub. I ain't gonna lie. We got a little nub of ginger right now. But you can find some ginger. You can find some sage bundles. Thanks to Elevated Souls, though. Really, there's a bunch of sage bundles at the house, and we go heavy on the turmeric too. Heavy on the turmeric. So there's got to be something good, something that they knew they would, you know what I mean? So once one, this is for you guys, all you watchers, supporters out there. Let me know. Drop it in the comments now, or you can come back later. I try to. What's one traditional health remedy your family still swears by today, till this day? Drop it in the comments. Go ahead. Let me know. Do you guys do the warm lemon water? Do you do that? Do you mess with that? Do you know about the honey? Do you know about the white willow bark? Do you know about spirulina and the echinacea? Let me know. Let me know. And if this segment has given you something to think about as well, please make sure that you like, subscribe, share, follow us so you can get some more of these gems that we got for you. But that is going to wrap it up. Unless do you have anything that you would like to share? Do you have any traditional health remedies that we still use today that you might want to mention, James, that you can remember?
So since I was a little kid, whenever I got sick, my grandma would like slather me with friggin' Vicks. And honestly, it works. It like literally it opens everything up and you can
Mm-hmm.
sleep so much better. And it's like genuinely like a nice feeling to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, that's the
And
shit.
honestly, that's like the only medicine I use.
Yeah.
That's the only one I'll use, just because it works.
Yeah.
It works. If I'm ever feeling, and the way that I do it, or the way that my immune system is, I only get sick maybe once a year, once every year and a half, and then I'll just slather up, take a nice hot shower, get all that sickness off me, hit the chest, hit the feet. People forget about that one.
Yeah.
Hit the chest and hit the feet. Got to hit the bottom of the feet. Sleep with some socks on. Sweat it out. You'll be good tomorrow. You'll be good. You'll be all right. But that's going to wrap it up for the Health is Wealth today. We're going to keep it rolling right into the next segment. And that is one of my favorites. Like I said, we're asking the masters is still in limbo right now. So we're going on to the meat and potatoes, the wealthy wisdom today. Yes. Remember, we are talking about Afro-Indigenous. So, we're here to drop some gems today about some Afro-Indigenous people. Talking about the powerful history, Black and Indigenous folks who shaped history through resistance, wealth building, and culture. Afro-Indigenous people, individuals of both African and Indigenous ancestry who have played crucial roles in history. We'll be diving deep into Paul Cufes. I think I'm saying that right. Y'all work with me, okay? Arizona education. We're like 40 something, 45 and higher, somewhere like that. Just bear with me, okay? Diving deep with Paul Cufe's legacy, other historical figures, wild and unexpected ways Afro-Indigenous figures made money. And if you are liking this right now, drop a fire emoji. Just do it. Do it. I dare you. I dare you. You ain't got the balls to do it. No. I'll call you out. If you do it, I'll call you out. You ain't got the balls. But anyways, let's get into some Paul Cuffey, entrepreneur and pioneer. Time to get serious for a second, because this man right here, a true blueprint of generational wealth. True. And a do-it-yourself kind of guy. Okay? So, born in 1759. Woo, that's a long time ago. Born in 1759 in Massachusetts to a freed African father and a Wampanoag mother. Sorry for my native indigenous people out there. I apologize if I murdered that. Overcame barriers as a Black and indigenous man in the 1700s. Uh, the maritime empire and wealth building. He owned a fleet of ships he built, mind you. That's why I said he was a DIY kind of guy. I mean, not every single one by hand himself, you know what I mean? But he was heavily involved in building his own fleet of ships, which actually made him one of the richest black men of his time. One of the richest of his time. He advocated for black and indigenous rights. He fought against taxation without representation. Ooh, how many of y'all heard of that one before? Hmm? Taxation without representation. He started the Back to Africa movement, organized and funded a voyage to Sierra Leone. Shout out to my boy Tayu. My boy Tayu. He's from Sierra Leone. So, philanthropy and education. Is that the real? That's not really
Oh my
her.
gosh, it's the real SZA.
That's not her. But if it was, hey, I saw you on that little that football thing where those dudes and that one the short dude was. I saw you.
Yep.
You were there. I saw you. And all that red. I saw it. So philanthropy and education. He built schools for black and indigenous children. Legacy and impact. He laid the foundation for black entrepreneurship. Like literally 1700s. This man had his own, like, that's like saying, how should I say? That's like, I don't even know anybody that could do that. I could compare that to, really, honestly. That'd be like Tyler Perry if you gathered up all his movies and then got him and sat him on top of his because I believe he has a what are they called, the film buildings.
Film buildings.
Yeah, he has like a damn, I'm gonna feel so stupid right now at this point. What are they called? Where you go do the movies and stuff like that?
Like a studio thing, right?
Is it just a studio when it's like a big one though? Like a big
Yeah.
facility, it's still just a studio?
Yeah. I guess
For
so.
some reason I feel like it was something different. But yeah, so he had a full on like studio property though. Not just
Oh
like,
yeah.
because when I think of studio, I think of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he had a full on like Paramount property studio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what that would be equivalent to.
Mhm.
So Paul having his own fleet of ships
Yeah.
is equivalent to that. Like you back in the 1700s, you had a fleet of ships.
That's great.
A
He built
fleet.
that? He
Yeah.
built them.
He helped build them.
Well,
He helped build them.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to say he built a whole fleet
Yeah.
solely by himself, but he was involved
Okay.
in the production of his own fleet of ships.
That's so crazy.
Yes. Ballin'.
For real.
So he inspired future movements and self-resilience and economic freedom, discussion and reflection. Imagine running a fleet of that's what I was just saying, man. Why you repeating me? Imagine running a fleet of ships back then. This man wasn't just making money, he was shifting culture. Cause man, just think about it. 1700s, bro. Like, there ain't no cars. There's no such thing as planes. There's no such thing as mansions, really. You got the plantation, and ain't no black people in the 1700s owning a plant. Well, I mean, there might be somebody out there somewhere, but I doubt there was very many black people owning a plantation. So I'm just trying to like make sure y'all understand the level of wealth. There ain't nothing else to own really that's on a big level of wealth besides a ship. And he didn't have a ship; he had a fleet of ships. I'm just saying, man. Balling. What can we learn from Cuffy's approach to business and community building? Fuck it, just build your own fleet.
Yep.
You know, if you want to go to Sierra Leone, build a boat, bro. Do it yourself. Just build a boat and go. That's all you gotta do. But I think one of the biggest things though that's important to this guy is the fact that he embraced both sides. You know, it says here that he created schools for black and indigenous children. He wasn't just one or the other. He also helped get people back to Africa, back to Sierra Leone, where he actually went there and he freed a bunch of people from slavery in Sierra Leone. So yes, man, big,
Yeah.
big kudos to him. Big kudos, big shout out to him. Are you familiar with this guy at all?
No, I
Awesome.
didn't know about
Perfect.
that guy, and he seems cool as hell.
Perfect. That's what I'm saying. I like bringing out these rare gems, man. We got to bring out the rare gems.
Yo.
But that's gonna wrap it up for the wealthy wisdom today. Yes, sir. Like I said, we're gonna go pretty quick today because we're running behind. We got other stuff to do. Sorry, I mean, you guys are important, but life goes on. The world doesn't stop going. People need their pizza. So we're gonna roll on into the wacky wealth. We got unusual and unexpected ways Afro-Indigenous figures built their wealth. So we got some people who you might not have heard, and one person that popped up that I didn't realize he deserved to be in the Afro-Indigenous group. But it's somebody you do know. You do know him. I'm pretty sure you know him. I hope you know him. But let's get into it. First and foremost, we got Crispus Attucks. Resistance as currency. Attucks of African and the same people. Wampanog or Natik descent. Sorry, my Native American people. Sorry, excuse me. Oh,
Everybody
man.
remember to drink water?
Yes. Water is good, especially if you live out here.
Uh-huh.
Especially if you live out here in the desert. Better drink your water. Do it. Um, Attucks of African and Winnipeg or Natik descent. I apologize again for my indigenous and Native American people if I'm butchering these tribes. Was the first person killed in the Boston Massacre in 1770, making him the first casualty of the American Revolution. A formerly enslaved man who escaped and became a sailor, he leveraged his knowledge of trade routes and maritime skills to navigate freedom. His name became a powerful symbol of resistance, inspiring abolitionists and revolutionaries alike. They didn't put him on the dollar bill, but his legacy became worth more than gold in the fight for freedom. Give it up for Crispus Attucks.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Christmas Attucks.
That's crazy. The first casualty, the very first casualty.
Uh-huh.
And then next on the list, we have Edmonia. Dang, man, I'm sorry, y'all. Edmonia Lewis, sculpting her path. Born to a Haitian father and a Ojibwe Chippewa mother, Lewis embraced her indigenous heritage after being orphaned at a young age. Growing up among her mother's people, she became the first internationally recognized Black and indigenous sculptor, defying racism in the art world. After facing discrimination in the US, she moved to Europe, where she sold sculptures that honored Black and Native resistance, including busts of abolitionists like Frederick Douglass.
Mhm.
Her most famous works include The Death of Cleopatra and Forever Free, sculptures that challenged racial narratives and became highly valuable. She turned a block of stone into stacks of cash. That's creative monetization at its finest. Ding. Next on the list, we have Henrietta Duterte. I apologize if I messed that up. Funeral business and Underground Railroad. Of African and Lenape descent, Duterte became the first Black female undertaker in the U.S. That's a special type of people. Just saying. I don't know how people can willingly be an undertaker. But anyways, her funeral home in Philadelphia. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not necessarily a fan either way, but respect is given when respect is due. They just won the Super Bowl. So just saying. And I know all my Philadelphia family is going wild. Excuse me. What up, Jimmy? Yo. How's the weather up there? Anyways, So her funeral home in Philadelphia wasn't just a business, it was a secret hub for the Underground Railroad. Ooh, helping enslaved people escape. She was a pioneer in wealth building for Black and Indigenous women, using her business savvy to support abolitionist causes. By owning a business in an industry dominated by men, she broke barriers and ensured financial security for her community. Imagine pulling up to a funeral home and instead of caskets, folks were getting one-way tickets to freedom. Talk about a side hustle with purpose. Imagine walking through the funeral home trying to pick a casket. You're like, oh, this one looks nice. Let me look inside. And there's a slave in there. Ooh, you better shut that.
Jesus.
Shh, don't tell nobody. User didn't see me. But yeah. Shout out to Henrietta. Shout out. Now, this is the one I'm not sure if I'm new to the party on this one or not, but I wasn't totally aware that he was in the Afro-Indigenous category. We have Mr. Frederick Douglass. Words as wealth. Douglass, born into slavery in 1818, later discovered that his mother had Native American ancestry, adding to his legacy as a symbol of resilience across multiple oppressed communities. After slavery, he became one of the most influential abolitionists, using his voice and intellect to amass wealth and power. His best-selling autobiographies, including Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass and American Slave, became some of the most widely read works of the 19th century. Traveled internationally, using his speeches to raise money for abolitionist movements and secure financial backing from Black freedom efforts. Sorry. He also founded the North Star, a newspaper that combined journalism with activism, advocating for Black and Indigenous rights. Invested his earnings into land and business ventures, ensuring financial independence, something many formerly enslaved people struggled to achieve. Never got that 40 acres and a mule.
Nope.
I think that one short dude said something about it too at that one football game.
Yep.
If you guys caught that at all, that thing. Did you see that, Jimmy? Did you catch that thing? The football thing with the little short dude? And he was talking about he said something about the dude Drake about liking stuff or something. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, so Frederick Douglass, dude had bars before rappers even existed. He turned words into wealth, freedom, and influence. Shout out to Mr. Frederick Douglass. Did you happen to know that by chance?
Not at
Because I
all.
didn't. Did you know that he was tied into Native American ancestry?
I didn't.
You guys still go over him, right? You're familiar with him, Frederick Douglass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like barely, like
Yeah.
all the stuff that he did, but like I know that he exists and like he did good things.
Some stuff.
for-
Like he did
yeah.
good things. He did some stuff for
Yeah,
Black people and stuff.
basically.
Was there anybody else on here that stood out to you that sounded familiar? We had Crispus Attucks, Edamonia Lewis, Henrietta Durte.
Yeah, no, honestly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Breaking out those rare gems. What about y'all? Anybody out there? If you have not heard of any of these people, give me a fire emoji, a thumbs up or something. Let me know. Because I like to know sometimes if I'm dropping them rare gems, you know. But we're gonna keep it going, gadget into the next segment. Yes, like I told you guys, it's gonna be a little short today, but we get into this next segment, and it is actually the final segment of the show. It's one of my favorite segments. Jimmy, you still there? It's Jimmy's favorite segment. I think you guys might know by now. It's called We Building Boy. And on today, we got actually I'm not really highlighting a business. I don't have a special guest, so um, the we building today is going to be just a little bit different, just a little bit different. So, James, I'm not sure if you have the outline still pulled up. There is at the bottom of We Building Boy, it says survey, and then there's a link. If you could put that in the comments. So this is a link. I am currently, or not currently, I'm always trying to tweak things and make things better. This is a audience survey. So if any of you guys see this, to check it out, have an opportunity to fill it out, please check out the audience survey. It'll help me make Wealth for Generations better for you guys. It is anonymous, but at the end, there is a note that if you would like a shout out on the show, or if you would like to inquire about booking a guest spot, you can leave your information so I can contact you later. But otherwise, it is fully anonymous. So please check it out and let me know what you think. Check out the survey. The link is in the comments. So hopefully I get like 800 replies. But that is not the important, or not the important. That's kind of important. It's kind of important because I want to make tweaks to better serve you guys. But the cool thing, the really cool thing is the raffle. If you aren't fully following me on social media, you might not know about the raffle. So I got a $10 raffle going on. You get 2 tickets, not one, but 2 tickets to this guy right here. The Arizona Cannabis Awards Music Festival. So the raffle, we're doing a $10 raffle. You get 2 tickets to this event, and you get a copy of that poster. But you also get a bundle included. James, can we show them the bundle?
Here is the bundle.
Check out this bundle. Okay, so if you guys are paying attention and locked in, you locked in right here. Okay, so over there to the left, I believe, you have your 2 black shirts. You got your rolling tray in the back right there. That's the world's most versatile rolling tray right there. You got a little bundle of stickers in the center. You got your sip elixir. You got your grinder plus matching pack of papers, which actually have the paper filter in there too.
Nice.
And then you got your Stizzy lanyard, and you got a trap culture koozie. And like I said, it comes with that poster as well. And last but not least, it all comes in this beautiful carrying case right here. So I want to make sure I give a big shout out to Mojave and a big shout out to Imrod, because without Imrod, this giveaway and raffle would not be going on. Also, I want to give a big shout out to All Access USA. I believe, yeah, I said that right. Yeah, All Access USA, and a big shout out to the Arizona Cannabis Awards. Dang, it's so long. Arizona Cannabis Awards Music Festival. Yes, shout out to them. But yes, you can contact me however you please. Is a $10 per entry, and you get 2 tickets plus everything that I just mentioned in the bundle. And it's all going to be in this beautiful Mojave bag for you guys. So hit me up. That it started on the 12th, and it will be going until the 23rd. And then on the 24th, I will be going live, not through Restream. So make sure if you enter, you need to be following me, subscribe, follow, because it won't be on Restream. It won't be at the studio. I'm going to announce live on my Instagram and my Facebook the winner on the 24th. No more acceptance after the 23rd, and we're going to pull for the winner on the 24th. You get the 2 tickets and everything we just went over. So make sure you enter. Make sure you hit me up. That's got to be over like $100, $150 value right there, worth of stuff right there for $10. So come on. And also make sure you are following and subscribing, because I'm gonna do a giveaway too. You know, I got a couple extra ones. So I'm gonna drop a location later on today, and I'm gonna give away this little combo right here. You see this? You see this little combo? 1 ticket and a poster. You see this? You see this? I'm gonna give this away. I'm giving it away. You see this? Well, this and this.
More than $50 of value right there.
I'm gonna do a pull-up giveaway. That's what I'm calling it. A pull-up giveaway. I'm gonna drop a location. First person to pull up on me and show me that you were following me on whatever. It could be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. Just pop up on me, show me that you follow me, and you can have the ticket. That simple, that easy. So you could either stay tuned for that and try to get yourself a single ticket, or if you want, you can do the $10 raffle and you get the whole bundle plus the 2 tickets. 2 tickets for $10. And that bundle, that whole bundle right there. Man,
Insane value.
Insane value. And again, man, I'm probably going to say this like a million times until March 1st, but shout out and thank you to Mr. Michael Rodriguez, Mrod. Without him, I would not be able to even be hooking y'all up. Like I say, if I get hooked up enough, y'all get hooked up. I like to spread the hooked upness.
Yeah.
That's my new word, hooked upness. But yeah, man. So y'all stay tuned, follow, subscribe, make sure all you Arizona people, if you're interested in going to this festival, stay tuned, man. I'm gonna do a pull-up giveaway today, or you can just contact me and get into the $10 raffle. It ends on the 23rd. But before we wrap it up, you got anything to say to the people, Mr. James, for the We Building Boy?
So if you are located in Arizona, actually, you don't even have to be located in Arizona. Wherever you are, if you got footage, if you want footage, if you want pictures, I can edit it, I can shoot it, I can do anything that you want me to with it. So you can hit me up at Earth Through Aperture on Instagram. It's all together though. And you just let me know what you need, and I will hit you back for sure.
Definitely. Cool. So yes, you guys definitely go up on the Instagram and check out this man's work. Hire him, get him hooked up, and go on my Instagram. Holler at me, getting this raffle, or follow it and grab this free ticket. This one is gonna be completely free. All you gotta do is pull up. Just pull up and show me that you follow. But on that note, like I said, it's gonna be a bit of a quick one today. So peace.